What's up, YouTube? This is Cosmic Spirituality, and today we're going to be talking about what makes manifestation so hard for most people. So, if you're watching this video, most likely you already have an idea of what it is to manifest something, what it means. But if not, I'm going to reiterate. Manifestation is something being made real. It's coming from a place of non-existence to existence. And that can be in the form of a feeling, a person, a thing, a place, something that you can possess. Okay? So, why is that so hard for so many people to obtain? It is because they are attached to the outcome of that manifestation. When you're attached to the outcome of something, that means that you're basically saying that you can't fully reach your place of peace or happiness until you have that thing. It's an attachment. So if it's not with you, you're basically saying it as a part of you is essential for you to be happy. And with that being said, you're placing your happiness in a time and space that is not guaranteed. It is a fact that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Any moment after now is not guaranteed. And that's just simply a fact. So, to postpone your happiness for a time that you don't know if you're ever going to even get to is very limiting. And some people might hear that and say, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? Am I not supposed to want anything? Well, technically, yeah, you're not. But am I not supposed to have any desires or goals that I'm trying to reach? And that is not the case at all. You definitely should have goals, and it's natural to have desires. But if you're living in the future and stressing about the future, you're neglecting the now, the present. And the now is significantly more important than the future because it is a direct reflection of the now is a direct reflection of the future. Everything that is done now is going to affect the future. So why wait on the future to change your now? So I'm trying to say it in a way that doesn't sound complicated. So I keep looking down because I have some notes. Okay. So how do we detach? How do we detach from the things that we want? You have to look and accept the polarity of all things. All things. Anything outside of yourself, and even this physical fleshy form that we have, the only thing that stays and goes on forever, cannot be destroyed, is what lives inside of here and what operates this physical body. To exist in this physical body, we have to experience many different things to get to know everything as a whole. So I'm basically trying to say that sorry about that, my video cut off. But okay, so to exist in this realm, we have to experience all walks of life. And like what I'm trying to say is, in order to even experience something, you have to experience the opposite of it for it to even be. So we have happiness and we have unhappiness. Happiness isn't just happiness alone. it exists because of its opposite, unhappiness. And everything in life has an opposite for it to be. So, most humans want to be on one spectrum of it, which is happiness. But happiness is not peace. Happiness is a fleeting thrill. And you know that it's coming from attachment, because sometimes you can't even fully experience that moment of happiness because you're thinking of when it will end or if it will leave you. So then we'll experience the opposite, the unhappy. And the unhappy traps people because it has such a strong control over your emotions, because people feel like it's not okay, it's not normal to experience unhappiness. That's normal to experience unhappiness. It's not okay to sit in it for hours, days, months, or years. The only reason someone will sit in unhappiness and not find themselves back on the other side of the spectrum because they haven't accepted unhappiness. You push it away. You wonder, why does this keep happening to me? Every human being is going to experience unhappiness for you to experience the full extent of happiness. So once you accept that unhappiness will show its face again, it no longer has control over you, and it is only a momentary thing for your experience to be enriched. So now, once you detach from these outcomes, you realize that peace is something that you find within that is okay with itself already, so that whatever the external thing that you want to manifest is, that is like the icing on the cake, but it's not the cake. You realize that you can find peace whether or not that thing comes. That doesn't mean you shouldn't strive and make goals to make that thing happen, but it's not going to be so hard. It's not going to be such a resistance because you're no longer attached to it. You can just enjoy it with what it is and accept that when the time of that thing is over, that you're still going to be okay. You're still going to live and you're still going to be experiencing, and the next thing will come. Everything on this earth is fleeting. Everything has an expiration date besides the soul in you. That's eternal. So you should be working on finding eternal happiness instead of looking for it in an external thing that is not guaranteed to always be here. Like, you can't care so much that you're not enjoying your life anymore. You can't care so much about manifesting something that life is it's not enjoyable. You're stressed, you're worried, you're anxious, you're depressed. You're neglecting the now. What can you do right now that'll bring you closer to that manifestation? Because there's only two options. You can either accept the circumstance that you're in and accept the things that can... Sorry about the abrupt ending, you guys. The camera ran out of space. But you get the picture pretty much of what I was trying to say. And I really appreciate you watching this video. And I hope that I help someone out there who's on their journey of manifestation.